And that was bad, because I couldn't wear that.
I know, it lives up to every, I just think just turn it on.
Just front one. Yeah, that's the one that I had the surgery. The one that had the surgery, the life-saving surgery. That boy, you could tell he was at death door. The way he could everything that he was there. It was like the house he was 30 years old.
I know it's not the easiest thing to pronounce.
He put his words up on
All right, I think we're ready to do the forum. So the way that we'll do this is that, like I said, we will probably spend about the next 20 minutes or so having this forum, just talking a little bit about what the process will be like. And so I will throw the meeting over to our realtor, Roman Zuba, who has been incredibly helpful already through the process. And I'll hand it over to you.
Good morning, everyone. I was a chance to meet some of you and chat a little bit, but thank you for being part of your today's church group, and it was a good feeling to be part of this. Especially for me, it's especially touching because I'm directly involved with Ukraine, and I was born in Ukraine. I still have relatives in Ukraine, and we talk to some of them almost every day. And just to see that enormous support from the United States and all people here, it's just very, very nice of you guys. So I'm not gonna talk too much about it because we're reading news and I'm on the phone like 24/7 trying to catch up with this, and it's just incredibly emotional. A little bit about myself. I was born in Ukraine. My family moved from Ukraine to Lithuania, which is a Baltic country, when I was about 3-4 years old. So I grew up mostly in Lithuania, but all our family is still in Ukraine. I immigrated to the United States 22 years ago, in 2000, and I've been doing real estate since 2004. I actually got my bachelor's degree here in St. Paul, Metro State University. So when Keith kind of reached out to me and talked about possibility of helping First Christian Church with real estate transaction, I said, yes, I can definitely assist with that. The process of, and I understand this is a very emotional decision, since it looks like I looked on the records, this church has been here for many, many years. And I can't even imagine how for most of you would be changing this place and selling it and maybe starting new chapter somewhere else, you know. But I'm here to assist you with the process and kind of help you in all the ways to facilitate that move. And hopefully we will finish this successfully. And I want to make sure you are happy with that decision, and they'll assist you to find a new place to rent or to purchase, depending what church decision will be, you know. So if we move forward with a sale of a property, it works like this. It's more complicated than selling just traditional residential property, since your property, to get the maximum return maximum price for this property, it will be more tailored to like a developers, investors who will redevelop this site, more than likely for a similar type of townhouses. But it will depend on the city council approval. Right now, these two parcels are zoned as for single family housing only. In the way the process works, I reached out to the city planner and we exchanged some emails. She thinks that city council will consider rezoning options depending on proposed developments. So first step would be, putting property for sale and finding interested buyers and investors. Investor will submit their plans to the city council for proposed development. They will review it, say yes or no, and based on that, the transaction can either move forward or not. Again, most fitted uses for this property this is opinion of the city planner, and again, she said this is just my opinion, but final decision will be made by the city council. Most fitted uses would be either townhomes or some kind of like a low impact, low rise business use, since your property is adjacent to busy street and you have a business uses on the side of it, on this side. So again, my my job is to list the property, create marketing content, create marketing exposure to all the commercial developers, investors, cash buyers, whoever is working in that kind of field, and hopefully quickly identify qualified buyer for your property. And from that point, we will start working with buyer and the city council for approval of the future redevelopment of this site. How long it's going to take, I can't give you a definite answer, because with commercial properties, especially when it requires like rezoning, it might take several months, it might take half a year. So it's not going to be like immediate sale. This process is going to be quite complex process. So that's why I want to outline that you will have plenty of time and information to make a decision in this process with your next, where you're going and finding a new possible place for the church. I think ideally, in my opinion, would be starting this process and at the same time slowly kind of starting to think where you want to be, to relocate. And ideally would be kind of like doing these two processes together. And then as soon as a contract and in the final stage of getting closer to closing, you can finalize your lease, or if you're buying something, purchase of new place, that would be ideal for you. I understand the concern would be you don't want to end up with no place to gather and worship, so that would be, I can definitely assist you in finding some new space too. Yeah, I can answer any questions, and yeah, please let me know.
I guess it might be for the building committee, but I mean, I'm just wondering if there's any chance for the church to keep the property and build something residential so that you can generate some income. And then, I don't know, maybe it requires a lot of money.
I mean, it's in the way I see it, you have two parcels, right now. The economically best use for these two parcels, in my opinion, is redevelopment. Okay, you can right now legally, you can definitely sell that house to someone else, okay, if you want to, and keep a church and try to do it that way. But it sounds like the other day when I stopped by here, I walked around both buildings. Both buildings definitely has some deferred maintenance, and it needs some investment into exterior work. That house needs quite a bit of work, inside and outside, So I'm here. It's not my decision. It's going to be your decision, which direction you want to move. I can assist you in both ways, but economically, I think in the eyes of the city and for you guys to maximize your kind of return on your money, you need to combine this into one sale. Okay. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because if you start splitting, selling that house separately, this whole site loses value. You understand, right?
Yeah.
I'm not a developer, but I looked in the aerial view of the townhomes next door, right? And on your side is about 2.4 acres. Okay, I looked on some of it already developed sites around. In my opinion, I think a developer who will buy this, they probably will be able to put around 12 townhouses here.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah. Again, like I say, I can't guarantee that because there is some work involved into getting like access road and plus on this side you have some slope, so you need to account for that. But if you look on an over